Paragraph 1. For centuries, the image of Jesus Christ with porcelain skin, flowing blonde hair, and soft blue eyes has been cemented into the Western Christian imagination. He hangs in churches, is printed on Bibles, and lives in the minds of billions. But what if this familiar image isn't just inaccurate, but deliberately crafted? Many historians and researchers point to a single man as the origin of the white Jesus myth, Cesare Borgia, an infamous Italian nobleman whose face, they say, became the blueprint for the European Jesus we see today. Paragraph 2. Before the issue. 15th century, artistic representations of Jesus varied widely. In early Christian art from Africa, the Middle East, and even parts of Europe, Jesus was often depicted with dark skin, coarse hair, and features reflective of the region's Semitic and African populations. But during the European Renaissance, a time when the Catholic Church wielded immense influence, this began to change. The new face of Jesus became increasingly European, and that transformation was not accidental. Paragraph 3. Enter Cesare Borgia, the son of Pope Alexander VI and a member of the powerful Borgia family. Known for his ruthless ambition, military prowess, and scandalous personal life, Cesare was a controversial figure even in his own time. When his father ascended to the papacy in the late 1400s, Cesare became a central figure in Roman politics and art patronage. It was during this period, many believe, that Pope Alexander VI commissioned artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo to create religious artwork based on his son's likeness, including the image of Jesus. Paragraph 4. While not definitively proven, several historical accounts and visual comparisons suggest that Renaissance-era depictions of Christ began to bear a strong resemblance to Cesare. These new Jesuses were clean-shaven, pale-skinned, and wore flowing European robes, quite different from earlier, more ethnically accurate renderings. This was not a minor aesthetic change. It was a symbolic rebranding of a figure who was central to Western civilization. The message was clear. Salvation had a European face. Paragraph 5. This reimagining of Jesus served a powerful political purpose. By giving Jesus white, European features, the church and colonial powers of the time could frame Christianity as a European religion. This portrayal justified the colonization and conversion of non-European peoples, suggesting that the divine itself looked like the colonizer. It's no coincidence that the rise of white Jesus paralleled Europe's global expansion and its doctrine of white supremacy. Paragraph 6. Over time, the Cesare Borgia-inspired image of Jesus became the default. It made its way into missionary schools in Africa, Bible tracts in Asia, and stained glass windows across the Americas. Generations of colonized peoples grew up praying to a God who looked nothing like them, believing that holiness, purity, and salvation came with white skin and European features. This psychological impact cannot be overstated. It reshaped how billions of people saw themselves in relation to the divine. Paragraph 7. Today, scholars, theologians, and Afrocentric historians are challenging this narrative. Archaeology and historical context point to Jesus being a dark-skinned Jewish man from the Middle East, likely with features closer to today's Palestinians or North Africans. The white Jesus is a historical fiction, one rooted not in Scripture, but in European politics, artistic propaganda, and a hunger for control. and Cesare Borgia, history's most infamous playboy prince, may have unwittingly become the face of the greatest religious deception of all time. Paragraph 8. Unlearning centuries of religious imagery is not easy. But the truth matters. If divinity has been weaponized to uphold racial hierarchies, then exposing that lie is a form of liberation. Reclaiming the true face of Jesus isn't just about historical accuracy. It's about spiritual justice. Because no matter your faith, your culture, or your ancestry, the real Christ did not look like a European aristocrat. And the sooner we accept that, the closer we come to understanding the truth that was always meant to set us free.